two of our new neighbors in downtown Jackson. From Commonwealth Associates, President and CEO Rich Collins, and Facilities Manager Wendy Londos. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Bart.
Welcome downtown.
We're glad to be here. We're happy. We're excited.
Brand new facility, really. You completely redid the old Comerica building downtown, and it's a beautiful showpiece. I've had a chance to tour, and we're going to take you on a little tour today. But Rich, why did you make the commitment to invest in Jackson and in particular downtown Jackson?
Well, I mean, Commonwealth is a Jackson-based company, and you know the story going back to the Foote brothers, and so we have a legacy that goes back just like Consumers Energy back to the 1880s, and so being in Jackson is a must. And Commonwealth and Jackson are hand in hand. The commitment to downtown was something we've been talking about for a while. We were one of the initial investors, so to speak, in the Anchor Initiative. And we truly believe that creating a walkable downtown to attract talent is important. And so it took us a while to get here. Our other project kind of fell apart. But yeah, we were always committed to finding the right fit for us. And this facility, the Comerica building there, just it feels right to us. It's a great place. We're excited to be right across from the park, and then the Hayes Hotel right there. I mean, there's a lot of action and activity that just makes it an exciting place to be.
Well, I know everyone that I've talked to at Commonwealth is really excited to be downtown. And Wendy, as an employee-owned firm, what do your fellow coworkers think now that you've had a few weeks of being downtown?
I think they're loving the space. Feedback has been positive. We've worked real hard to provide a lot of spaces for people to collaborate together by adding a really nice cafe area so we can come together. We like to play cards and euchre and get people involved, and back to just hanging out together and having a space to do that.
Well, I think it's really cool. The cafe is like the center. It's the central element on the main floor in the building. What was the thinking about locating that there and not in the back or in the basement?
No, we wanted that to be our showpiece, the first floor of the showpiece, grand lobby that we have in the cafe, and just really get a lot of utilization out of it. So we do have areas where people can come in and plug in and bring their laptops and work together, teams, singly.
Oh, good. Can I come in?
Absolutely.
It's a building with great bones, well built.
Yes.
And what year was it built?
1958.
And you found some interesting things as you started the process.
Yes. So in one of our early tours, Wendy and the team, and we were going through the basement level, through the old dusty room with the prints and things. And lo and behold, we didn't know this, but we found drawings, the original design drawings from Commonwealth Associates.
Wow.
So to find that history, it just felt like, okay, this is an inkling that this is the right place to be. And then we ended up finding this other piece. I don't know if we got a picture of it later on. It was a HVAC mechanical control panel that was up in an old mezzanine, dirty, dusty, grimy kind of, and it's very engineering looking. But in the very center is a brass plaque that says Commonwealth Associates, and so they designed this. And so we worked with a contractor to extract that and bring it down and put it into our lobby area, so it's kind of front and center there, which is kind of a mix of new stuff and old stuff in the history of the building. It just felt everyone's very complimentary of that. It's really cool looking.
That is neat, and it's neat that it's actually been discovered by accident.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at some of the pictures that you sent over for the construction phase. Is this before?
That's before we decided we didn't want mauve anymore. right?
That sign must have been put up in the early days of the microwave oven.
Obviously.
Warning.
Yeah, that was in the lower level. It was funny, the lower level was like a maze down there. I always got lost down there, and now it's completely different.
Well, you've got some awesome meeting spaces down there too, in the vaults, in the.
Yes,
Yeah.
we call it our conference center. So, yeah, and this is obviously the first floor, the way we found it, with the way the bank left it, so to speak. And we wanted to keep some of the character. I mean, we kept the big circles that you'll see, and the columns, and the wood panels, and we try to keep as much of that character as possible in the new building.
Very. It seems like it's very mid-century, the mid-century modern.
Sure. And
all
that's what the
throughout.
architects told us. They fell in love with it when we brought in Fishbeck was our architects, and well, this was mid-century, in some century. Yeah, that was the cafe that we had before.
A lot of big windows along the alley there.
Correct. That's during demo. So we kind of got it. We took it down to the studs almost, for the most part. This is, I think that is the basement there now.
Yes,
Correct, Wendy?
yep.
Yeah. So we kept the fallout shelter sign there because I thought that was kind of cool. So we still have the fallout shelter there. And that's the fourth floor. So that panel wall you see there, that's eventually going to be our boardroom. And so we really liked that character, and we insisted that they keep that that wall, and we're going to integrate that into our boardroom when we finish the fourth floor. So the fourth floor is not done yet, and so they've got the panels numbered. So we're going to put them back together and use that to keep some of the character of that building.
Boy, it looks like a big city, doesn't it, with the views?
Kind of, yeah.
Great across the street neighbor, the Hayes, and that.
Sure.
The last we heard, August, September, something should start in terms of construction there.
Keeping our fingers crossed. That'll be a huge plus for downtown when that happens.
Yeah, and we've got some pictures from the ribbon cutting. Jeff Steers took some shots, and I think you and Jeff Steers go back a bit.
Jeff and I worked together as teenagers out at the country club a long time ago. So yeah. And this is the panel that I was telling you about, the mechanical panel that has that we pulled out of the mezzanine closet there.
And this was that was in the mezzanine?
Yeah, it was up in a mezzanine and a little wedgy thing, and we just took it down, and yeah. And this is our new cafe, which is a lot more modern and a lot more open, as you can see. And the architect suggested those kind of mid-century modern looking lamps there to kind of match the decor.
And it's really got a lot of space. That cafe, there's, you could have, looks like 40 or 50 people all having lunch at once. It's got to be great for collaboration and just, coming out of COVID, being able to work together and have some cool space to be in. It's got to be very exciting for everyone. Now this is leftover from Comerica. They left you some safety deposit boxes.
Correct.
Did you find any Rolexes or
did you
gold
No.
bars? And no?
No,
You check every one?
just about. You've touched every one. So
That is really neat.
Yeah, we wanted. I guess we left some of the character of the building, and it didn't make any sense to take out the safe deposit box. The walls. It was too expensive for one, and it just made it a really unique room. So, all the bankers that came through the open house really enjoyed this room.
Yeah.
So,
It was interesting too because every banker in town was there.
a lot of them were there. Yes, yeah.
They really were anxious to see what the place looked like. A lot of the neighborhood. And
Mm-hmm.
you had, I noticed there were some retirees there, like Monica Collett. She
Yes,
was
Monica
excited
was
to
there.
see you guys move downtown.
And Dennis DeCosta, our past president's there. I don't know if you know Dennis or not.
I was looking for him,
Yeah.
but there he is incognito with the
Right,
sunglasses.
with the sunglasses on, exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. So we had some of our retirees there. I was glad to see them come out. And then, yeah.
And the city manager, Jonathan Green, delivering some remarks as well. And he mentioned, I think you did too as well, Rich, the collaboration, the community coming together to make this happen.
Right. Yeah, we brought the city, well, even the prior city manager kind of helped us get going originally. But then when we got into the project, Jonathan was very helpful. Brian Taylor was immensely helpful, the city inspector. Yeah, they've been good to work with and helping us on our parking. Our parking's worked out well. And yeah, it's been a good, welcoming environment.
Now, Wendy, this is just one of the facilities that you oversee.
Mm-hmm.
You're a company that's nationwide. Where
Yes.
else do you
So
have?
we do have offices in Atlanta, Spokane area, Houston. We just recently opened a Houston office this year, Columbus, and North Carolina. And I think we've got one more.
Austin, Texas.
So
And you bring people here to work. You've got a lot of natives, including both of you, who grew up here. It's got to be a very significant way to attract people to have such a beautiful facility in downtown, especially this downtown.
It is. We do have one of our junior engineers that's already living in the 200, which is probably where I would live if I was a junior engineer downtown. I would live in one of those nice apartments and walk to work. And so we do have one person there, and I'm sure we'll have more as we grow and hire. We hire new grads every year and interns. So we bring fresh faces in on an annual basis.
Sounds like the having this downtown, it's part of your engine for growth. Not only are you keeping all the employees that you've had, but you anticipate hiring dozens more.
We do, and that's part of our growth strategy, and part of the Anchor Initiative was to attract people to Jackson, people that aren't from Jackson, and it's because we do recruit a wide range of colleges, not just U of M, but and MSU. So we do bring a lot of young people in, and to get them to want to live here and work here was important, and this facility and being proximity to the downtown is seen as a plus for them. So they all really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and really, when someone coming out of college has a choice of really tons of places to live and companies to work for, what has been the response of people that you bring down and bring to Jackson for the first time?
A lot of them don't know Jackson when we bring them here first, although some of them might be interns. But they do appreciate, because we always walk them down, take them down to some place local to eat lunch and stuff during the process. And yeah, they say, I didn't realize Jackson had this kind of, Jackson's reputation around the state is unknown, really. When I lived in Flint, it was, well, you've got the prison there. And that's what they knew. And so when you bring someone in from outside and they see, just the amount of traffic and the cars and everything, I think it kind of changes their opinion of Jackson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in the last 5 years, we've had literally hundreds of people move to Jackson from metro areas out in Michigan, including Ann Arbor, Lansing, Kalamazoo, Flint, even Benton Harbor, and from out of state. We've got people from Little Rock. There's 100 people that moved to Jackson from Little Rock in the last 5 years.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So besides all the work that you guys do in the industries that you're in, you guys do a lot in this community. What are some of the reasons you contribute time and money? Your team participates as volunteers. What's the importance of that, the community involvement to the company?
That actually is noted as one of our guiding principles, is giving back to the community. We feel that's important to be integrated and just be a vibrant part of the fabric of a community. And we've made a bigger effort to do that in the last 5, 6, 7 years. And people that come into our organization want to be part of an organization that does that. They want to have an opportunity to give back and help out, whether it's in a humane society situation or what have you. And so we really encourage people to be benevolent in that way and then volunteer. So that's something we push for at Commonwealth.
Nice. We have hopefully a lot of the team watching in the cafe today as you guys are here. And Wendy, are there any instructions as to how long people should keep food in the refrigerator or what not to put down the disposal?
That's right. No rocks, no dirt down the disposal. Food at the end of the week. Every week, take it out. But you know, so far we haven't had any problems with any of that. So people are respectful of the space.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing you. I think you told me at the ribbon cutting that you were very anxious for Food Truck Tuesday.
We are, yeah.
Yeah.
We're anxious for that.
I think with all those Commonwealth Associates folks right across the street, we might have to have a couple extra food trucks.
Yeah. Maybe, or we'll get first in line.
We might have a good view for the parades and things that come down
That's
the
true
street
too. Yeah.
So
Wait for the Christmas parade
Christmas
next year.
parade. We
That's
can be
right.
warm while we enjoy.
And the Rose Parade.
And,
Any
there we
parade,
go.
yeah,
Any
that comes
parade.
down, yeah.
Great to have you here. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you, Bart.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
You bet. New downtown neighbors. As Commonwealth Associates relocates their world headquarters to downtown Jackson, Rich Collins, President and CEO and Facilities Manager, Wendy Londos.